श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्यः कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्ताम् सदा हृदि स्वादयन्निह सर्वेषाम् त्रय्यन्तार्थम् सुदुर्ग्रहम् स्तोत्रयामास योगीन्द्रः तम् वन्दे यामुनाह्वयम् नमो नमो यामुनाय यामुनाय नमो नमः नमो नमो यामुनाय यामुनाय नमो नमः यत्पदाम्भोरुहध्यान विध्वस्ताशेषकल्मषः वस्तुतामुपयातोऽहम् यामुनेयम् नमामि तम्
श्रीमत्कृष्ण समाह्वाय नमो यामुनसूनवे यत्कटाक्ष एकलक्ष्याणां सुलभः श्रीधरः सदा नमः यामुन पाद अब्ज रेणुभिः पावित आत्मने विदित अखिल वेद्याय गुरवे विदित आत्मने नमः अचिन्त्य अद्भुत अक्लिष्ट ज्ञान वैराग्य राशये नाथाय मुनये अगाध भगवत भक्ति सिंधवे।
Okay. अपूर्व नाना रसभाव निर्भर प्रबुद्धया मुग्ध विदग्ध लीलया क्षणानुवत् क्षिप्त परादिकालया प्रहर्षयन्तं महिषीं महाभुजम्.
Keshavdas Swami, did you notice the mistake in the Sanskrit as well as English? When she read it correctly.
She read it correctly because she knows it, and you're saying I have a mistake or she made a mistake?
No. She did it correctly.
Okay. Please correct me. Please correct me then.
Prabuddhaya, second father.
What about it?
Prabuddhaya, Buddhaya, Prabuddhaya, Bu.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Like this?
Yeah.
Okay.
In English also. How do we recognize, people like me recognize the word is wrong, that's all. Not that Yamunacharya is wrong. Yamunacharya, I mean, printing of the book is wrong. The what you call the printing error, rather editing error. And there is no, I mean, if at all you want to use the word Prabhaddaya, the gender changes, and therefore, so this is how we identify. That's why. So because I know fully by heart Stotra Ratnam, but because the word is wrong. The word formation is wrong. That's what I wanted. Okay. So
Okay.
Apurva.
What about the translation?
Yeah, no. Put a hyphen between the words now, so that especially in Sanskrit and English both. Apurva. So that it's easy for in future to read. I hope this will be retained, no? Nana. Because simple, words are simple. Rasa. Bhava. Again, Nirbhara will have a hyphen at the last, dash at the last. Because it continues, the word continues. Yes. Then second pada, Mugdha. No. Prabuddhaya is only one word. not Buddha. I'm talking about Mugdha, M-U-G. Vidagdha. If you want to be minute, you can also put after V. Vidagdha Leelaya. Of course, sorry, don't do that. Please, don't do that. Please, so Vidagdha, keep it as Vidagdha. Then Chananu Vatu. You can separate it as a word. Chananu Vatu. But it is very, normally we don't put a dash when there is a sandhi, and therefore we say I give the plus symbol. So chananu vatu. Chipta. Next word is chipta. Chananu. There are 3 words in chananu vatu. Chana anu vatu. Okay. Chipta, after chipta dash. Then paradi has to be kept as it is. Para plus adi, paradi. Then kalaya. So paradi dash kalaya. Last word, Mahabhujam. Mahabhujam. That's all. Do you need this, or we will avoid doing this?
I don't need this. I mean, but it can remain. If you want it like this, it's fine.
Yeah. For future reference.
Do you want me to read the translation?
English, yeah.
Okay,
Why not?
one moment. I have to make the translation a little smaller to fit on the page. I have to adjust. Maybe 22.
Venugopal Swami can take part in.
If he likes. Let me do it. Who of long arms exhilarates thy queen, Shri, with lovely and skillful sports consisting of diverse new sentiments and emotions, and which make time divided into eons and so forth, a fraction of a moment.
There is an English word missing because of English grammar, no? Which make time a fraction. Okay, that's all. Now, so I think I told you there is a kulakam. There is a kulakam, set of verses with just one word. So we are now in continuity. We are continuous in this 44. The last word, Mahabhujam, is translated as who of long arms. It should be strong arms. Mahabhujam, you may have big arms, big hands, but it should be powerful. Strong arms, yeah, powerful arms. So, Mahabhujam. Now, please note, though one may not be familiar, Mahabhujam is in Dvitiya Vibhakti, accusative case, so that we may say at the end, we worship the Lord. So, strong arms, Mahabhujam. So, Maha, as you know, great arms, powerful arms, great arms. This is the name in Sahasranama, Vishnu Sahasranama, this is the name. So, who have long arms, strong arms, big arms, and then Mahabhujam. Then you have exhilarates. Now, meaning, you know the meaning. So makes us happy, or makes the late Mahalakshmi happy. Praharshayantam, last father, Praharshayantam. Now, Harshayantam makes happy. Praharshayantam makes very happy. Pra adds, so the quantity of happiness is more. So Praharshayantam. Then Praharshayantam, the Queen Shri, Queen Mahishi, I think Mahishim, sorry, Mahishim. So it is again in Dvitiya Vibhakti. So what you call accusative case. The Queen, Mahishi is Queen. Generally, it is mistaken to be a female bull, we say buffalo. Because Mahishasura Mardani, you have heard about the word. Mahisha meaning the bull, the male species called the Mahishaha. Mahishi is a female buffalo. That is not to be misunderstood. That's why I am saying. So Mahishi is a queen. Rajni, we say Rajni. Hindi Rani. Hindi means queen means Rani. So we say in Sanskrit Rajni. Nya is there. Jnanam. Jnananandamayam there. That Rajni. So Praharshayantam Mahishim Mahabhaga. So the Lord has to please the wife very strongly, because he has got strong arms. He is able to make her very happy, elated. He wants to make her glad. So with the lovely and skillful sports, so you will find that Leelaya, in last word in the second quarter, Leelaya, by the sport. What kind of sport? Vidagdha. Vidagdha is skillful. Vidagdha is skillful. Why I didn't want you to separate V plus Dagdha? Dagdha will be burnt, B-U-R-N-T. Dagdha meaning burnt. So Vidagdha means well burnt. So the sports are not well burnt, well destroyed. So Vidagdha is a special word which means skillful. Another meaning of the negative meaning of the word Vidagdha, why I want to say is I want to introduce some Sanskrit word vocabulary also, because it should not be mistaken. So just now I said Mahishim. So we have another negative meaning for Vidagdha. Vidagdha is I have very little knowledge. I am proud of it. I boast of it. I know everything. Bhartrihari, a king who wrote 300 verses called Shatakam. When he was young, he wanted to write on romance, love. So he wrote 100 verses on Shringara Shatakam. After becoming a mature king, he said, justice is very necessary for a king, doing everything right. And he wrote Niti Shatakam. Then, after getting old, normally, only after getting old, we study books on God. While we are young, we don't study on God. We study in something else. So, lastly, in his last days, he wrote Vairagya Shatakam. So, he did not want any attachment to this world, just like King Janaka. Therefore, he wrote 100 verses on Vairagya Shatakam. Each verse is a gem. Please remember, each verse is a gem. So you must enjoy Sanskrit grammar as well as principles, policies of. So in Niti Shatakam, he gives a very beautiful verse. So suppose you want to teach a student who is very dull, who is illiterate, then it is possible. It is easy. He says it is easy. Ajnaha, an illiterate man who doesn't know ABCD of the subject, he can be taught very easily. Ajnaha, sukham aradhya, sukham, easily, Sukham is not pleasure here. Easily. Aradhya, you can adore him. Come here, I will give you incentive, bonus, I will give you fees. Please come, I will give you food. That was the day. In those days, Gurukulam. The teacher's house was the hostel for the students. The students got food, stay, all free from the teacher. Therefore, Ajnaha Sukham Aradhya. Suppose you get an expert student like Sarika, a good student like Sarika, Sukhataram Aradhyate Visheshakya. An expert in the subject, suppose you get an expert in the subject, you can still teach him very easily, more easy. Sukhataram Aradhyate Visheshakya. Now, what is very bad about getting a student? Jnana lava durvidagdham. Jnana lava durvidagdham. Vidagdham is a proud. Durvidagdham is haughtily proud. So, jnana lava durvidagdham. He has got only little knowledge. Brahmapi naram naranjay. Even Lord Creator cannot teach him. Brahmapi, the beauty in this word is that the one word is repeated. Naram naram. Naram naranjay. It's what we call Yamaka Alankara. When you separate the words that you get different meanings. So naram, a person, a human being, naranjay, he will not be able to please. So I wanted to say, Vidagda is also used as a proud person. Proud person. Now we can also say that Lord Sriman Narayana is proud over his sports. Let's say skillful sports. So lovely, the word lovely is from Mugdha. Mugdha has got three meanings. If you like Krishnavatara, you like him as a young boy. So Mugdha is young. Mugdha is young. In Sanskrit, it can be used as an adjective. So a young girl like Sarika can be used, called as Mugdha. Mugdha. Young girl. Number two, innocent girl. Mugdha, innocent. Krishna always was truant. He was always playing mischief. But he looked innocent. He just acted as though he is innocent. So Mugdha is innocent. Thirdly, he was handsome. That boy was handsome. So when you say Mugdha, a girl is very beautiful. So Mugdha. So now add this to all these sports. So innocent sports, young sports, and also beautiful sports. So lovely, that's not lovely. Lovely, beautiful. Very good. So with lovely and skillful sports, consisting of, I think your pronunciation, I was surprised. In American English, you say diverse, we say diverse. So consisting of, right. No, I don't know whether American pronunciation is diverse. Right. So consisting of diverse new sentiments. Now we go to the first line. Sentiments, very easily identified as rasa. Rasa is sentiment. Rasa. Rasa means sentiment. There are 6 rasas, tastes in food. There are 11 rasas in drama. In drama or cinema, you've got 11 rasas. So 11th is bhakti. 11th is bhakti. First one is love. Second one is heroism. First one is eroticism and second one is heroism. Third is laughter, humor. Fourth is, bhayam, fear. Fifth is disgustedness, loathsomeness. Seventh is adbhutam, austerity, surprise. So eighth is shanti, the tranquility, the what you call calm sentiment. One more is Raudram, krodha, anger. And then lastly, bhakti. And then why I said 11, 11th is bhakti, 10 is vatsalya, your filial affection. The affection that you show not only to your relatives, not only to your children, but also to others. You show the same affection to others. So this is what so rasa, you know, the katu, amla, tikta, ushna, lavana, and so on. So 6 tastes: bitter taste, sweet taste, salty taste, hot taste. So all these tastes are there in the sports. That's what I was saying. All these tastes are there in the sports. New sentiments. New, very easy. Apurva. Purva is old, so Apurva is new sentiment. Nana, diverse, different varieties of. Nana means variety. So Bhava is emotion. Bhava is emotion. And then, so you have Nirbara Prabuddhaya. Nirbara is a very beautiful word in Sanskrit. Yamunacharya's usage is very, very nice. Bara meaning bara, you have heard about weight, ganam. So Nirbara is extreme amount. That is a large amount. It is not possible for you to lift up the object. Nirbara. In another case, Nirbara has got a beautiful opposite meaning. You would have heard about Aham Nirbaraha Nirbayaha Asmi. Vaishnava Sampradaya. When you make a total surrender, you say that I have no burden of sins, I have no fear. Nirbaraha Nirbayaha. So that also is there. So you don't carry a weight, or you carry a very heavy weight. So now the sports of the Lord carry heavy weight of emotions, heavy weight of sentiments, different varieties of sentiments, which are ever new, fresh, which are every time new. That's what I mean. Apurva is not one time new, but every time new. So new sentiment and emotion. Now what happened? What is the result? Which make time divided into eons and a fraction of a moment. Now both Mahalakshmi and the devotees, Jivatmas, and the rather Prapannas, namely those who are surrendered to God or surrendered to the preceptor, they feel that the sports of the Lord are momentary, meaning that they did not feel that they have been enjoying for a long time. Now, gopis, the cowherdesses of Gokulam, they felt Krishna's presence for a long time as 1 second. And when he was 1 second absent, they thought they are eons. So eon is a beautiful word in English for yugam. So yugam meaning lakhs of years. Lakhs of years. So in third line, Chana Anuvat. Chana. It is not, you know the word Chana? It is half a second. It is not even 1 second. It is the eyelash that you have, which closes and opens every time you are winking. No? All the time we are winking, except while sleeping. So the wink, the half wink is called Chana. So either closing or opening the eyes is called Chana. That's the time duration. So Anu. So all these sports are looking like atom, invisible. The The Vaishnavite Tamil parlance is Kattaru pole Vibhavangal. Tamil. Kattaru pole Vibhavangal. Meaning a sudden flash flood. They go fast. Next moment they are not there. So Vibhavangal, all the avatars. That is why I say sports. Now sports in the avatars were only like flash floods. So for Mahalakshmi also. Mahalakshmi still feels that her time is not spent very usefully for a long time. So in that way. So she felt very little time. So we say time pass. No, time pass. Today we are doing many things for time pass. So there was no time pass for the sports. So that is Prabuddha Kshananuvate Kshipta Paradi Kale. Kshipta, he threw it out. He just deleted. He removed. How? Para Adi Kale. Para is what you call Alav. Para is what you call para is a time duration. Para is a very long time duration. It involves a lot of yugas. If you want to know the the magnitude of the para, you have to look at the Shastra. Then Adi is etc. Kalaya by time. Para will involve lot of kalpas. Kalpa means yuga, right? You have given the full age of Brahma. Para is a number of 10 crores of year or 10 billion or something like that, according to dictionary. So all these become a fraction of me. So that is the beauty here. So let us take the commentary. Any question before we go? Now the beauty in grammar here is all the words are in all the three words are in Tritiya Vibhakti, instrumental. The first word, Apurva Nanarasa Bhava Nirbhara Prabuddhaya. Oh, even the book has got the mistake. Okay. So Mugdha Vidagdha Leelaya, then Paradhikalaya, Chitta Paradhikalaya. So these three words are, so meaning with. So with the sports which have crossed through ages and which have got lot of emotions, sentiments, come fully filled. New sentiments. So that is now this whole verse gives us the importance given to the life partner, namely Mahalakshmi, so that in turn she will also please. There is no expectation from the Lord, but she is always a good wife, and therefore she reciprocates what he does. So she never disappears from his avatara. If you take Matsya avatara, she becomes a ship. If we take Kalki avatara, she becomes a horse. So every time, she is always associated. She is called Anapayini in Sanskrit. She never gets separated from it. This is how our aim is to worship only the Divya Dampati, the couple, divine couple, and not separately Lord Sriman Narayana and Mahalakshmi. Though there are stotras, our mind should always think of both at a time. So here, so Padav, right? 44. So Apurva Nanarasa Bhava Prabudhaya. Again, Prabudhaya it is there. Oh, I think Prabudhaya is the right word. Maybe, as you said, Madam was wrong. So Prabadhaya, Baddha is tied up together. Neringi Cherndrupadam, Neringi Cherndrupadam. All are intertwined with each other. All the new sentiments and emotions are intertwined, coupled together. So Prabadhaya, Baddha. Sorry, change the whole. All the our little knowledge rather. Maybe Madam's book also showed wrong sense. Sorry for that. Chananuvatu, so rather a Sanskrit word, Chanandorum, English, I mean, sorry, Tamil meaning, Chanandorum, every moment, Pudida irukum. Lord is said about in scripture, Navo Navo Bhavati Jaya Manaha. Every time he looks new. And for us, even the sun every day rising, the moon rising, all that happens naturally are new every day. That was understood by foreigners also. Every day sun is new. So Pudida irukum, Bhavangalalum, Rasangalalum, Neringi Chendirupadu. So emotions and sentiments are combined together. Therefore, Prabadhaya, well knit, K-N-I-T, well knit, well joined. Chananuvatu Shibda Parati Kalaya. Chananerathil, ஒரு பகுதி கழிக்கப்பட்ட பிரம்மனின் ஆயுட்காலமாகிய யுகத்தை முதலே நேரத்தை உடையதுமான I must close down this. பரகாலம் முதலியவற்றை உடையதுமான முக்த விதக்த லீலையா அழகியதாகும். I told you, Mugdha meaning beautiful. Vidagda சாமர்த்தியத்துடன், so it is skillful. கூடியதாகவும் இருக்கிற விளையாட்டாகும். So I add two more, innocent sports plus young sports. It is not, sports are not just beautiful, they are innocent and they are young also. For example, Ramavatara, Rama cried in the forest and he asked all the natural objects like tree, river, creeper, stone, where is Sita? So he acted as the innocent person. He was young, he was only 24 plus. When he went to the forest, he was 24. So he was 24 plus, so young. And Rama, the word Rama means beautiful, handsome. So when it came to Vibhishana Sharanagati, he showed his skill. Everybody except Hanuman and Jambavan said, Vibhishana should not be accepted. Sugriva said a lot of reasons for, though he committed the same mistake, antagonizing the brother, elder brother, he advised against the acceptance of Vibhishana. But what Rama said, Angulyagrena Hanishyami. I will finish them with the tip of my finger. So all the demons coming together will be just destroyed by tip of my finger. So this is called Vidagdha Leelaya, skillful sport. Another thing is Ravana became Nirayudhapani. All his weapons were lost. He stands alone. So, beautifully, Rama said to him, "Go back, come tomorrow with all weapons. Without weapons, if you are without weapons, I will not fight with you. Because I have got the bow, you must have the bow. If I have the mace, you must have the mace. If I have the sword, you must have the sword. If I have a chariot, you must have a chariot." Hanuman was the earlier chariot. Afterwards, Indra sent him Matali, the chariot driver, the driver of the chariot. So why is it? So beautiful, young, intelligent, and also I said innocent, beautiful, and intelligent. So all these three words. So Mahishim Periya Pirati. So why this is Mahishim Periya Pirati? We are not referring to Bhuma Devi or Neela Devi. Therefore, Periya Pirati. No, there is no exclusion. There is no exclusion. But this word tells you that it is Mahalakshmi. Then Prakarshayantam Santosha Padathugiranahum Mahabhujam Periya Piratiyare Anekkathagunda Periya Kaigale Udayam. Why should he have big hands? Why should he have powerful hands? In order to embrace the wife. So she is not very fat also. So therefore he needs big arms. But at the same time, it's what you call affectionate hug. Instead for the affectionate hug, he needs. And again, according to Samudrika Lakshanam, the male member should have big shoulders. That is the beauty of male person. Therefore, the shoulders of ladies will be soft, whereas this will be strong. The shoulders must be broad. The chest must be broad for the men, and therefore he needs big hands, strong hands to embrace, to hug Periya Pirati, the Mahabhujam. So we will go to Vyakyanam in the next session, but we will see this Avatarika. Avatarika is introduction. Apurveti is the verb, first word, starting first word of the 44th verse. Bhavanstu saha Vaidehya Girisanushu Ramsyate. Now, I forgot, sorry, the statement, who stated this. Maybe the sages, one of the sages in the forest. So they give respect to Rama and say, Bhava, you too, but Saha Vaidehya, along with Mahalakshmi, namely Vaidehi, Janaki, Sita. So Giri Sanushu, in the slopes of the mountain, especially Chitrakuta mountain, Ramsyate will enjoy. You will enjoy the company of your wife in the slopes of the mountain. The whole 13 years of forest life was just a picnic for the Lord Rama. So, Engirabadiye, Viratiye, Nana Rasangalaale, Muhappikumpadiyai Anubhavikkavai. If you want some incident, I'll try to quote them in the next session. Rama wanted to satisfy Mahalakshmi by trying to catch the false gold deer, who was none other than the demon Maricha, the uncle of Ram. And he wanted to please him. If you read Gunaratana Kosham, Parashara Bhatta says, the whole Ramayanam is to please Mahalakshmi. Not only Ramayanam, because all the avatars also. Ramayanam is Rama's story, Rama's incarnation. Ramayanam is fully devoted to please Sita, Mahalakshmi. That was the. Though there were some what you call melancholy incidents in the life of Rama and Sita, they all enjoyed each other. In the night, Rama and Sita are in the room, in their palace room. She makes fun of him and he makes fun of her. So Rama drops down his ring, gold ring, and pushes it under the bed, and then acts as though his ring is missing. My ring is missing. Please search. So she goes for a hectic search, and finally finds out that he was the culprit. This is out of Ramayana. There are some authors like Ramabhadra Dikshita who has written books like Ramakarna Rasayanam. All these sports of Rama are there. In another instance, Sita did not want Rama to come near her, rather touch her to find out whether the jewels are good. She said, "Don't touch my jewels, because once upon a time, that is earlier to marriage, you made a stone Ahalya, a lady. So any stone in my jewel will be made a lady if you touch. So don't touch the jewels." Ramabhadra Dikshita enjoys a situation. It's a rather kalpana, imagination, called Utpreksha, poetic fancy. And unfortunately, Lakshmana is the scapegoat. So Lakshmana is asked by Rama to make a big noise by the twang of the string of the bow. So innocently, Lakshmana is obedient, implicitly obedient, goes out of the cottage and then makes a twang, makes a big noise with the string of the bow. Jya, we say, called J-Y-A. So how was the noise? The noise was like an elephant's trumpeting. And Sita is afraid of meeting an elephant. The elephant may come and attack her. Immediately she comes and embraces Rama for protection. This is a fun. The fun maybe true or imagined by good authors, and this is what we call in Sanskrit Swayangraha Aslesha. Swayangraha Aslesha. Ravana also did it for Parvati and Shiva. He said, "My flight should go over the Kailasa mountain." And Shiva did not allow it. Kubera's flight, elder brother's flight, was hijacked by Ravana. So when Lord Shiva did not allow him to allow the flight to go over the Kailasa mountain, he said, "I will remove the mountain." So he put his two hands, very strong hands, 20 hands, 20 hands, 20 kai, under the mountain and tried to uproot, throw away the mountain. So when the mountain was tottering, Parvati came and embraced Shiva because she was afraid she would fall out of the mountain. Swayangraha Aslesha. If the husband demands the wife to embrace, that is not most important. Is the wife herself should voluntarily come and embrace the husband. So that is these are all some sports that a lot of sports are there, but I wanted to tell you something different from Ramayana, extraordinary from Ramayana.
स्वादयन्निह सर्वेषाम् त्रय्यन्तार्थम् सुदुर्ग्रहम् स्तोत्रयामास योगीन्द्रः तम् वन्दे यामुनाह्वयम् नमो नमो यामुनाय यामुनाय नमो नमः नमो नमो यामुनाय यामुनाय नमो नमः यत्पदाम्भोरुहध्यान विध्वस्ताशेषकल्मषः वस्तुतामुपयातोऽहम् यामुनेयम् नमामि तम्
श्रीमत्कृष्ण समाह्वाय नमो यामुनसूनवे यत्कटाक्ष एकलक्ष्याणां सुलभः श्रीधरः सदा नमः यामुन पाद अब्ज रेणुभिः पावित आत्मने विदित अखिल वेद्याय गुरवे विदित आत्मने
कवितार्किकसिंहाय कल्याणगुणशालिने श्रीमते वेङ्कटेशाय वेदान्तगुरवे नमः।